We're back. We're back. We're back. Good evening. Good evening for most. Good afternoon for some, because over there on the West Coast. Thank you for tuning in, KL Culture Radio. It is Freestyle Friday. You guys already know, guys. You walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, like I keep saying again, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what's cracking like and what's cracking like and what is cracking like on this Freestyle Friday?
We back at it like we never left.
Absolutely good. Absolutely. It's good to be here with my brothers. It's good to be on the show. And as we have some fun topics for Freestyle Friday, we about to get it in today. So let's let's get it.
All facts, no cap. It is Freestyle Friday, so guys, you already know how the thing go down. Now, but shout out to Mimi, the first one in the building. Thank you so much for being here. We really do greatly appreciate you always coming through and showing us love. First one in the building, man. Hakeem, shout out to those watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like Jordan stated, we got a lot of things to talk about before we head to the weekend. That being said, go ahead, Jordan. What's cracking like it when it comes to the aspect of hip hop?
Let's get into the hip hop scene. So you guys don't know what happened yesterday. That where'd he go? The Yella Breezy has been indicted and has been arrested for the orchestration of murder of MO3 back in 2020. He has been indicted for arrest for capital murder in the connection with the 2020 freeway shooting that happened in Dallas. So go ahead, I can play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Breaking news in Dallas, where rapper Yella Beezy has been arrested and accused of orchestrating the murder of another rapper in 2020.
Rapper Mo3 was gunned down on I-35E. Images of a gunman on the freeway were widely shared at the time. NBC5's Ali Spilliards joins us with more on the arrest. What do you know, Ali?
Brian and Brittany, on Tuesday, a grand jury indicted rapper Yella Beezy, otherwise known as Marquise Conway, with capital murder while remuneration in connection to the 2020 shooting death of Mo3. Today, Conway was booked into the Dallas County Jail. A grand jury referral says Conway hired a man named Keywan White to kill Melvin Noble, also known as Mo3. Noble was killed in a brazen attack on I-35 near Marsalis Avenue on November 11, 2020. Police say Noble stopped on the freeway when a dark-colored vehicle approached him. They say that's when the man in the other vehicle got out of his car with a gun and began walking towards Noble's car. Noble then got out and ran away. Investigators say the armed man chased Noble and fired several shots, hitting him at least once. A second person in a nearby car was also struck but survived. Now, up until now, Keywan White and another man named Devin Brown had been indicted on a murder charge linked to that shooting. While police have said White is the suspected shooter, they said Brown was upset over a relationship. As for Yella Beezy's alleged involvement, police have not given a potential motive.
An infant.
So yeah, one of the big news that came out yesterday of him being arrested and being indicted of him being involvement, and he says they're playing around. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
No, when it came to the aspect of Mo3, got arrested dead. So Mo3 is, of course, no longer with us. And that tragic shooting that transpired a couple of years back, 2020, over there in Dallas, wasn't really too good when it came to the aspect of that. Because Mo3 had a lot of fans. So Yella being accused of this capital murder doesn't look good on him and also his brand. And mind you, nobody knew. This came out of the woodwork. It came from left field. Nobody expect Yella to be a suspect in this case because Yella was very laid back, very cool, very suave with it. So, people didn't expect him to be one of the people that was kind of involved with the shooting. But a lot of Mo3 fans are excited. They're happy that this case has finally been done. They finally put Mo3 into rest finally, because now we got someone that was the head of them all. But if you ask me, did Yella do it? Be honest, I really don't know. I don't even think he was at the scene of the crime, but apparently He orchestrated it. Go ahead, Akeem, your thoughts.
Um, RP to Mo 3. I'm a this is Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I was a big fan of his. Loved his music. They scared to come outside. Shooters forever. I'm gonna say, in my personal opinion, I've already had figured that he was the one who set the case up, who set the shooting up. Mo was a real street guy and had and didn't really have beef like that. But the beef between him and Yellow Beezy stemmed for years. The way they did that, man, I'm happy that his family can get justice. And this is just a word to the rise to all the kids out there on the streets. Keep your day job. Being a hitman does not work. You're going to get caught. There's no way of getting away with crimes anymore. This is not like 1990 or 1980. And it's just not worth being a thug.
Yeah, and to me, because we covered this and other cases when when a rapper has been involved or maybe pay somebody to sue somebody, we have covered this maybe a couple years from now, and I don't know why some of these young rappers are not learning. Like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna get caught because the feds, they're gonna do their research. I don't care if it takes 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. They're gonna do their research to see if you was connected with something that you probably wouldn't involve, or you pay somebody to shoot another rapper. And these young rappers need to learn about, hey, you have beef, stop worrying about the beef. You getting this money. Worry about getting this money, getting you a house, got kids, take care of your kids, and build generational wealth. Like we see this all the time. Like, with young dudes beef, especially these young rappers, and then it gets fatal, and then boom, somebody taking their life away. We need to do better at this, young rappers. Focus on getting the money, less than the beast. Because you focus on getting the money, you're gonna live a longer life. But beefing with each other and try to take somebody's life away because you big and bad, you a gangster like that, you're gonna go to jail. And the feds gonna do their research to put you in jail.
Yep. And now that it seems like right now the feds are really focusing on the rappers more than ever before. Back in the days, you never seen these type of indictment. You'll see like one or two every now and then, but it seems like it's every second of the day. A rapper's being in jail, rapper going to jail, rapper going to jail, rapper going to jail. And they're not going to jail just for like small charges like RICO charges. They're going to jail for like murder, capital murder. It's the craziest thing in the world. So guys out there that want to be rappers, keep that in mind. Like, the feds are watching. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody right now watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for being here. Not only that, but shout out to Know Your Worth. That's also in the building. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. We really do greatly appreciate you. And also shout out to Abby Wody. He's back in the building once again. Thank you so much, big dog. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who's watching us all across the board. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Moving along, you already know, Jordan, what time it is. Sports. Oh, man, this one is hot. Go ahead, Jordan. What's going on in the sports world?
Let's get into the sports world. Let's talk about the NBA. And we're going to talk about Bronny James because he had a career night. Even though he played Milwaukee Bucks, they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 118-189. But if you look at Bronny James, without LeBron James didn't play or Luka didn't play, he put up 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. This is the most highest points he scored, and I think this is the most assists that he had, and also he also the rebounding as well. He had a solid 30-minute game, and he played very, very well. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip of Bronny's post interview, and after that, we'll chop it up. Hi, Sugar Bomb. It's good to see you too.
Yeah, Bronny, just the level of comfort that it looked like you had out there. How did you feel, and did any part of that come into from a mindset perspective as you were looking forward to the game, knowing you were going to play, and how would you say that evolved as the game went on?
Yeah, I mean, I say I've gained my confidence and gained my comfortability over just reps and, getting out there and taking advantage of my opportunity if it's given. So just, being ready at all times, I think that's the biggest thing for me, staying in the stay ready games and practice and stuff like that and taking advantage like I did tonight. So yeah, it's been good for me so far.
JJ was talking to us about kind of seeing your growth, from the moment that actually going back before he was the coach of the combine, he watched some video of you doing the interviews and he texted your dad about it. How would you kind of trace the evolution of you with JJ, kind of what he's told you from the first time he met you up to the point of like today and even kind of getting prepped for the game?
I'd say just all the coaches believing in me and continuing to, put that in my head that they believe in me and what I can do as a player. And, I was given an opportunity tonight to go, show them what I've been working on while I've been, sitting the bench in the G League, getting the reps, and stuff like that. So, yeah, just constantly putting that in my head that, they believe in me and that I can contribute.
Bronny, what expectations did you put on yourself in, say, training camp and preseason, and how does that square up with where you are at now, 5 months into your rookie season?
I just say just going in and working as hard as I can. That's all I can do, just learn and, be open-minded every time I, come into work in the morning and, being that same, level-headed kid, just trying to get his work done. But also just, like I said, taking advantage of those reps so that I, can get and, yeah, just staying level-headed.
When we spoke with JJ just a few minutes ago, he acknowledged that there's a lot of stuff you've had to deal with just because of who your dad is, and I'm sure things you can understand more than I can speak on. Just how has it been balancing that, trying to deal with that noise, deal with what's said, deal with what's written, also just trying to focus on your game, on your development, like the things that you can control, I guess?
And just putting my head down and working. I feel like that's the only thing that I can control right now is going in every day and staying ready to play, staying ready to learn, getting the work in after hours, early mornings, stuff like that. Just all the controllables that I can, do myself. There's not really much I can do of random people talking about me.
So yeah, so Bronny James, that was the best night he ever had as a Laker.
Mm-hmm.
At work, going to the G League is finally showing as him being a second round pick. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on Bronny James having a career night?
And this is why criticism is needed in the NBA. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of upset at Stephen A. this morning because Stephen A. was on ESPN talking about he kind of apologize, and I'm like, no, he should never apologize. Criticism is needed because you know why? It's gonna motivate the players, it's gonna make them sure they go out there and work harder. And not only that, he's not gonna have to focus on his father as a support, like a life support. Now he's able to build his own self, his own brand. Bronny James now. He pretty much in the next game he averaged another 17 points a game. We're gonna be like, hey, Bronny James averaged another 17 points a game, three rebounds, 4 assists. That looks good on this young kid, and now that he looked like a young LeBron James did too as well. So criticize needed, and I was told even though it may seem harsh, it may seem too strong, but it's needed because look, it motivated him to put him to the next level. Shout out to Bronny James. I'm glad that he man up and he did what he needed to do to become one of the NBA players. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I'm gonna agree with you 100%, brother. We need criticism. Keep your foot on their neck, Stephen A., because they're not gonna get better by you pacifying them. And the fact that
Facts.
Let's be real about it. What Stephen A. did last week is the reason why we got a 17-point game.
Facts.
The pressure that it was given. Yes, a lot of people, he said a bunch of random people. We have a right to criticize you because they walked you in the door. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're okay with the nepotism, Pat. White boys do it too. But the thing is, as you being a part of the family, we have expectations. We want to see you win, Bronny, just like we want to see Kanye and Anthony win. And he's a phenom. I got my foot on his neck too, because that Boricua is going to represent for us. Okay. That Boricua is going to represent for. Now, mind you, Kanye and Anthony is a beast. He is a beast. I'm going to keep my foot on his neck. So, shout outs to Bronny James. And one day I'm going to make you say, is it so crazy that him and his dad sound just alike? Like,
they do.
Oh my God. Jesus.
That's his twin. That's his twin for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as him, drafted in the second round, he was a 55 pick and everything, and him getting the contract that's fully guaranteed, and just seeing that putting in the work and see, okay, he put something on last night, and Luka didn't play, nor LeBron James didn't play because they was both was hurt, and to see him to show that, hey, hey dad, I could do this. While Giannis was on the other side of the floor, Giannis Antetokounmpo, there was a clip y'all didn't see that he almost broke his ankles, and and Giannis is a great defender.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
so it's good to see Bronny James putting in that work. I agree with y'all. He does need to be criticized. I've been criticizing him too because I thought he was going to do what he was supposed to do, but it shows that he's putting in the work and is showing off. Now, if he can keep this up, and it goes towards the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Got him on scoring some points like that, and then you see Bronny putting in that work. You see Luka work. They are going to be a very dangerous team in the West.
Yep, I agree.
By far, they're going to be dangerous. And the Lakers fans here, they're excited. Shoot, we might see a championship next year. That's what I'm hearing in La man. But yeah, Bronny, shout out to you, man.
Shout out to you, man. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody who's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Not only that, but shout out to Country King right now watching us on Instagram. Thank you so much for Big Dog for tuning in. Man, Country King, man, we got to do some work, man. We got to do some work, man. I'm just waiting on him to respond. We're going to do some work. Man, that being said, money. It's still a weekend, but you still have great opportunity to make money or to save some money. So, Jordan, what's going on with the money? What's going on with the change?
Let's get into some money. Let's talk about the money. We're going to talk about some gender pay when it comes to how men get paid and women get paid. So, according to Indeed, analysis of labor stats that women are still making $217 less than a man per week of earning 83 cents for every dollar from a male counterpart. Interesting. So Yahoo Finance is really gonna break it down. So go ahead, King. Play this. Play.
Hey Jordan, they might say you a feminist after saying this.
Yeah. They might. Yeah.
They say you
and then Sugar Bong gonna come out of nowhere and be like, "You would. I told you was right. Told you."
So, go ahead.
Progress on the narrowing gender pay gap has stalled. According to new analysis from Indeed, women still earn 83 cents on the dollar compared to men, and that equated to $217 less per week in 2024. Joining me now, we've got Priya Rathod, who is the Indeed career trends expert. Good to have you here with us, Priya. The gap has been at this level since 2019. Walk us through some of the findings from this report.
Yeah, so you mentioned it. Nice to meet you, Brad, by the way, that, the gender pay gap is widening and women are continuing to make less than men. And it's the worst it's been since 2019. And what we're finding is it's particularly pronounced at the occupational level. So especially within sales and professional roles, we're seeing men make 30% more than women for those same roles. So the underrepresentation of women in these higher paying roles, coupled with the systemic pay inequities and disparities, they continue to fuel inequality in earnings across various industries. But what we're also finding is that other factors impact how workers experience this gender pay gap. The first of which is age. So the labor force participation rate between men and women widens with age, particularly during parenthood. This was especially apparent during the pandemic when we saw millions of women exit the workforce due to the lack of available childcare. Race also plays a role. So the gender wage gap persists across all racial groups, with Asian men earning 23% more than Asian women, followed by gaps of 16% for Hispanic workers, 15% for white workers, and 14% for Black workers. And then there's the matter of education. The gap widens with education level as well. By late 2024, men with advanced degrees earn 25% more than similarly educated women. So we're really seeing this across the board, and it's exacerbated by things like age, race, and education.
So what role do employers play in closing this gender pay gap, especially knowing many of them, not many, but there have been some very noteworthy rollbacks that we've seen in diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts, and part of that was an effort to also close the equity gap.
Absolutely, Brad. That's a great question. And employers really do have a responsibility to do their part to help close this gap and create these equitable workplaces where everyone can thrive. And so the three key barriers that employers can address are as follows. Number one is pay transparency. As of February 2025, 60% of job postings on Indeed contain salary information, which is great because that is up from just 18% in 2020. So pay transparency really helps women become better equipped to ask for what they deserve, negotiate fair wages, and it really does keep employers accountable. So that is a huge one. The second one will be no surprise to you, and it was mentioned earlier in your segments, but remote and flexible work. Across all age groups, women consistently cite the ability to work remotely as a critical factor when they're considering job opportunities. In fact, Indeed data shows that 57% of women ages 35 to 44 have applied for a job specifically because it was fully remote. And of that group, 48% had children under the age of 18. So again, remote and flexible work is key for this audience. It's important to note as it relates to flexible work that the demand is increasing, but unfortunately, the supply is decreasing. So remote positions have decreased since 2022, and they only account for 8.3% of all advertised positions on Indeed. So this decline is really indicating a shift towards in-office work again. And then the last key barrier that employers really need to address is family leave benefits. So mentions of employer family-related benefits are increasing on Indeed, which is great, but they are still rare, with only 7% of our job postings mentioning paid family leave. And as we all know, without adequate paid family leave, many women are forced to take career breaks that impact their long-term earnings and may even prevent them from re-entering the workforce in the future.
And so just lastly, while we have you here, because I want to give women some actionable tips out there and help everybody empty the quiver of all the arrows that they can throw at new opportunities in their negotiation. What are the top tips for advocating for equal pay in those negotiations?
Yes, Brad. First of all, know your worth. I think this was mentioned in your earlier segments as well. Research. Research on industry standards for your role, know what you're paid for that role in that region, and come to the table armed with that kind of data. It's going to allow you to present a strong case when you're negotiating for a pay raise or a promotion. And then the second is network and community. You need to build a solid professional network, both inside and outside your organization. These are the connections that are going to offer mentorship, help you work through challenges, help bring new opportunities to the table. And so really consider networking inside and outside your organization. And a big part of that can be joining inclusion resource groups or employee resource groups within your company. I am the co-chair of our Parents and Caregivers Inclusion Business Resource Group, and I can tell you firsthand that we work towards advocating for specific policy for parents and for women across the organization. Also, document your achievements. My sister told me many years ago, and I do it to this day, create an A-list folder in your email, on your Google Drive. Document all those accomplishments. Use them in your performance reviews. Use them when you're asking for a promotion. Show where you've made a great impact across the organization. And finally, it sounds simple, but ask. You are never going to know the answer if you don't ask. Ask for that raise. Ask for that flexible work arrangement.
So yeah, so even though a lot of women, they try to make more money or trying to be businesses and everything. But when it comes to like regular day woman, average woman, it seems like they don't get. There's still a little bit of a gap of how women get paid and how men can pay to do it like a career or general jobs out there in the United States. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take on this, on the gender gap?
You're mute.
You gotta understand. So one of the key factors that expert was saying that it was flexible. Men are more flexible than women. We don't mind. We don't mind working the night shift. We don't mind working the day shift. We don't mind working crazy shifts because we know we got to go out there and grind. Compared to women, because women, remember, they are the caregiver when it comes to aspect of children. They got to know like at a certain time I got to be home, make sure dinner is ready, make sure the kids are ready for school and other things. So that's why another reason why it really impacts the women when it comes to the work field. And not only that, but women not gonna do certain labor jobs. It's just a fact.
Thank you.
You know, it's tough. It's tough to say that, even though you see more women doing construction now, but still, it's like those type of jobs is not built for women. So it makes it very difficult for them to compete when it comes to the aspect of the man workforce. But don't get me wrong, I still see women doing executive work, getting promoted, or even when it comes to office job, they're getting good reviews, all these good raises, all these other things. But those are more, you see, sit down jobs. Those not like out there on the field sweating and nah, women not gonna do that. No. So it's always gonna be a wage gap, and it's gonna continue to be a wage gap. Now a lot of people may disagree with that, but it's gonna always be. Go ahead, Iking.
Jordan, you were spot on with this topic. I think this is the first ever in this space that you ever hear this this type of topic. And Ron, you took the words out of my mouth. And I want ladies to understand, when you make a decision to have kids, this is the sacrifice you make. And there were certain things that they said that I think a lot of people didn't pick up on. If you looked at the screen, I just want to pull that back up, and I want us fellas to look at this. They said, here's where the gender pay gap by occupation: 7% in farming, fishing, and forestry. What women out there working on the fishing boat? What women out there doing the Alaskan crab fishing? Y'all been out there on the Alaskan crab fishing. You not out there. You know how many people are getting swallowed by the sea? It's only men. Then you said office and administration work, 15%. Then transportation and material moving. For the love of Christ, y'all just started to become truck drivers. Y'all not in the back hauling stuff in sales. So I love that they say this, but one thing she said that, and which really blew my mind, was the remote thing. I worked remote before, and it's mainly women. Not a lot of guys work remote. And a lot of women who have kids want to be able to stay home. And most big businesses want you to come into the offices. So my key thing is this: you want the top remote jobs, you got to become in tech. You got to become a programmer. You got to get your A+ certification. You got to become a computer technician, because most of the remote balls are customer service. Those are getting shipped off to the Philippines.
So when I thought about this topic, and then like I said, it's this topic to talk about, but it does come down to when it comes to work, about how more of the sacrifices, meaning Ronnie said this earlier, if we work day, night, overnight, whatever, and really continue to do that. Because if you look at like a lot of these overnight jobs, you mostly see men. If you go see a Target, if you go to a Walmart, Whole Foods, any overnight grocery, general, whatever, it's mostly you'll see men there. I worked with some women overnight. I have, but usually they don't last. They do not last. I know, Ronnie, you got work with somebody overnight. They work, but they don't last.
Nope.
They don't last. I mean, I probably worked with somebody I worked with probably for the year, and after that, he was gone.
Yep, facts.
So going based on that, when men work overnight, they it's like they're built for it. it's hot. And the thing is like, it's not when you get done. It's also when you get home, what time you go to sleep or how you sleep. Because sometimes you work overnight, you might get 3 to 4 hours of sleep during the week. Sometimes,
I better talk about it.
On the weekend, you can get your 8 hours, but most of the time, when you're working overnight, you're gonna get between 3 to 5 hours of sleep. And especially where you live at, if you live up more of the north and everything, with with the sun, it's still don't go sunsets like 9 o'clock, something like that. If you live like up in Michigan or Seattle, something like that, it's tough. And for a woman's body, it could be extremely hard for the woman to go to do something like that than it is for us, because I think us men, we were built for like the overnight.
Yep.
Yeah, we're built for it. I was gonna say.
Hold on, he froze on. There you go.
That's I'm just saying it like that because but I don't want to generalize that, but also dangerous styles. Men are still doing the dangerous styles and everything. I would never see in my lifetime that we'll see a shift of women will do more dangerous styles than men would and everything like that. So even though there's women outnumbered us in the United States and everything, still majority of jobs that's when it comes to construction, labor, all that, it still goes to men. It always goes to men. I think most women will say this, will think that long term of this is how jobs for men do. This is the jobs for men, not for women, but men. Can I do the job? Sure, but if it's something that has to do with labor, hard labor, it's more of the men's jobs to do. So it's going to be a gender gap when it comes to this all the time. And it will probably forever be a conversation. Well, women want to pay more, this and that. Okay, cool. If you work these dangerous jobs and see how long you last. Simple as that.
Yep. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody who's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. As you guys know, it is Freestyle Friday. We're going to freestyle it. That being said, go right ahead, join it with the different variety of topics.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about the main topic as we see, Kanye West. So Kanye West, he's off the chain right now in 2025. He's doing some serious stuff. And not only doing some serious stuff, he's saying and tweeting serious stuff too. And he is going after Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids. It's going far beyond. I'm trying to find the tweet. I had a tweet, but it went away. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, I'm gonna read his tweet about Jay-Z, Beyonce kids, and then we're gonna chop it up.
Throws a tantrum. He has a meltdown.
Tina Knowles is standing up for her family after Kanye West shared a since-deleted offensive post on X about Beyoncé and Jay-Z's 7-year-old twins, Rumi and Sir. The Texas Hold'em singer's mom is subtly showing support for her family in an Instagram video shared March 19th.
So I'm on the set of a photo shoot today for my book, and I wanted to tell you a corny joke because I have on all this glamorous hair and makeup, thanks to Cole and Darius, and Sienna on camera work. Got a corny joke. Want to hear it? Here it go. So, what happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. Y'all know that's funny.
Tina's response comes amid the runaway rapper's latest spewing of controversial social media posts. Also includes harmful accusations hurled towards his ex, Kim Kardashian, pertaining to their children North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Kim has not publicly addressed his latest tirade. However, Kanye shared a screenshot March 15th of alleged texts between them. In the conversation, Kanye allegedly reacts to Kim attempting to block him from dropping a song featuring their daughter North and Sean Diddy Combs, who's currently in jail awaiting trial for charges pertaining to sex trafficking and racketeering.
Boy, oh boy, Kanye West, man. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, so he tweeted, Jay-Z and Beyonce younger kids are their blank. He wrote, he says, no littering. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Blank, children is a choice. So Kanye is off the chain. And also Matthew knows, he said he spoke up, from TMC. He said, Kanye, something's coming for you, and it looks like Jay-Z and them might put out a lawsuit. But
Yep.
go ahead, Johnny, man. What's your take, man?
I was just about to say that Jay-Z and Beyonce are allegedly planning on doing a lawsuit against Kanye West because he has gone too far. And I was having a conversation with someone about this earlier today. I was saying Kanye West built his money back, his equity back, and he's going to end up losing it again with these Rant. He talking about, and he even talking about to the point that he even talk about Amber Rose that she enjoyed getting, not Amber Rose, sorry, I think it was Cassidy. Like one of them enjoyed getting a lot of orgies. You get what I'm saying? He mentioned that in one of the rants. Like he's going out of control. We give Kanye West too much attention, and I think that's attention seeking. It's consuming him and it's overpowering him to the point that it's gonna put him in a lot of hurt. You mess with the 5-star boys, we get it. You do what you want. But now you're going after people's kids. Because the simple fact, Hakeem and Jordan, he's upset that Jay-Z and Beyonce never invite his kids over to their party. Why should they if you're acting this way? Shout out to A-Dub. That's in the building, also Y High. Go right ahead, Hakeem.
I'm gonna take a different stance on this. First, let me give a disclaimer. Know your worth. I agree. We should never bring kids in the conversation. I'm 100% agreeing on that. But I do agree with him attacking them. I do agree with him attacking his enemy. Kanye
What
is
you
a
mean?
man. Listen, I'm about to tell you. Kanye is a man with nothing to lose. Every person he's attacked is somebody who's messed him over. It's somebody who's caused him not to have money. It's somebody who said nasty things about him. This is a man whose back is against the wall and he doesn't have nothing to lose. I don't think he cares if he gets canceled. Let me tell you why. He's showing it by his behavior. Why double down on disrespecting the small hat people with that big symbol around his neck? We're not going to mention the name. You know what symbol? That new chain he got? Something that is forbidden to ever be talked about or shown. But when I sit here and think about it, Ron, a black man who's been disrespected, who's been ostracized, who's been criticized, who's been vilified, who don't have control over his kids. He doesn't. He's been said that they've been saying he's been crazy for years. They've been saying to be hospitalized. There's some things they used to say about the man. He's never used to say nothing. So when I see this, I say, I agree with him lashing out. Just leave the kids out of it. But I agree he needs to attack all his enemies because I would be the same way. There's no love and fear. Anybody who tries me, it's open season.
I get the point.
No, I get it too. I came about attacking his enemies, which we have seen him do for years and years from now. Could it be possible that Jay-Z messed Kanye over and in the past some way? Absolutely.
He has. And there's documentation. Listen, not to cut you. Jay-Z has sold all his masters, all those music we love, college dropout, graduation, late registration. He sold all of them so he can get his masters. And this is allegedly. This is just my opinion.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, so it makes sense. So I just wish it. Not putting the kids in there. If you want to get at Jay-Z, go straight for it at Jay-Z, like you usually do, Kanye. I would have respected that a little bit more, and I probably wouldn't have no problem with it. But you trying to address, somebody else's kids, and you got kids, man. To me, that's a really, really low blow that Kanye West is doing right now, and that I do not respect. If I'm Jay-Z and Beyonce, man, you messing with my kids, I ain't gonna fight you. I'm gonna sue your ass off. I know that.
And remember, they do have the power, and they do have the power of attorney. And you see, like Jay-Z is already attorney crazy. Right, and he's ready to put his attorneys to work. So Kanye West, I hope he know what he's doing. I hope he is smart decision. But go ahead, Jordan. Finish your commentary.
Saying that you are a billionaire again, You don't think Jay-Z wanted to? If you have problems in the past, you don't. If you talk about Jay-Z's kids, you don't think he's gonna try to get you again? Especially if you're a billionaire and I can get some more money off of you. I don't see. That's because if you touch your kids, you're touching my soul. You're not playing fair. You want to text something that's mine. Come face me as a man. Talk to me about it. And Jay-Z deserved to sue him if you try to talk to my kids like that, and drain all the money he can. I just wish Kanye went with direct towards him. He went direct towards him, fine, but you getting low blows like that, yeah, man, we can't respect that. We really can't.
No. But shout out to Kareem Stevie. Kareem Stevie do make a good point. I think Kanye West, ever since he had that bad car accident and the death of his mom, he has been losing out of control. And I always tell people, I think he's still grieving over the death of his mom, and he still haven't let that go yet. He's in pain. There's a man crying for help. Literally, a billionaire man crying for help. And people can realize he's a billionaire. He can do whatever he wants. He can, but that pain won't go away, my dude.
And
he lost his mom.
I want to say this too. Your 4 kids gonna be looking at this, yo, and the stuff that you were taking their mom about.
But everybody goes in on Kim. But everybody goes in on Kim.
It is, but still, like you going to your mom, so your kids gonna see this and everything. That's not cool either, because the kids might maybe some they might be forgiven, but a lot of kids gonna resent that. They're gonna resent their father for that.
They had a toxic relationship. That's why I said them two.
I do agree with something. We played that video the other day where he was like, "My little girl is in grown clothing." And he was in the video with Party. She with lipstick and stuff. Now that as a father, what he was saying, I agree with him on that. I think she too grown to be looking like that. So when it's an issue to do that, like it's crazy, man.
Kanye West, you need to get it together, because Hakeem, I'm telling you, he might end up losing it all, and we might be talking about Kanye West. We find him somewhere. Is a man crying for help. And now I think Jay-Z, even though he planned on suing him, I think he may back off a little bit. He might like, man, this is a man crying for help. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody who's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Over 40 people watching us right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Moving along, Jordan.
All right, let's move along. Let's talk about Blueface. We have a Blueface update. So Blueface went viral today, showing that how he's owning up during his time behind bars. There was a video of him. I don't know to the video in the prison, but he's showing how he's doing. I think Blueface get off either next year or the year before that. But other than that, go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Blueface, top of the yard gang and all that. Shout out to y'all coming out hooping with us, man. Showing love to the yard, man. We out here, we outside. We at Lancaster State Prison, level 3 to be exact. Not a 50-50 yard, none of that. It's full GP, 100%. It's a lot of misery out here, so when y'all come out, y'all give us something to, feel free a little bit. I don't feel like I'm in the pen right now. I feel like I'm at the park or something.
So how you been coping? How you been holding up?
Me, man, I'm in here. I'm short time and just passing through, so I'm here for the experience, man. I ain't up, I ain't down. I'm just in the middle, trying to get through it.
Have you learned anything since you've been here? Anything you could take home or,
Hell yeah, I learned a lot. I learned, patience, virtue, paying attention, let things play out before you throw yourself in the middle of it. So patience is the key, though. Got a lot of patience in here, man.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you touch down?
Oh, man, first thing I'm going to do when I touch down, man, I'm going to see my family, see my kids. Get back to the work, get back to the music, and try to come back here, man. Hopefully I come back here with y'all one of these times, man, and
absolutely,
and let them know you can go from here to there,
Absolutely,
That's really
man.
what it's all about. I should go far. It go farther than, just y'all coming here to.
Yeah, so that was Blueface, explaining how he's doing in there, and anything that's changed for him that he can take back home when he gets out in the future. We'll see. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on Blueface?
Now that I don't know your word, he looks too relaxed. And I don't like the image they are portraying. They're portraying black men in the prison system. That is not a good look, because now they promoting like It's cool and it's hip to be in prison. It is not. He's got a chain on. He got like you say, like you said, everything's going good. Everything's going. The prison system, no. Especially as a black man, no. This is a bad image. I don't understand. People don't understand the imagery of what they're trying to portray. Black man in prison and look, his life is going good. No, it doesn't work like that. Some of them people in the prison he's in, some of them people in there for capital murder. You get what I'm saying? They never gonna see the light of day. Blueface is known for being a criminal, for his, he paid his dues. He did certain things. I got respect for Blueface. I don't disrespect the man at all. I got a lot of respect for Blueface. But at the same time, he's a violent guy. He's a violent guy. He's in and out of jail. And I'm just afraid, he comes out and they might say he might be allegedly connected to Big U. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna be like, look, even Jordan's side, that's what I'm saying, because of his lifestyle. So hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully he just come out and his life really do have a turnaround. Because you can look, even Krishan Rock, you won't even hear about her no more on social media because she's focused on her kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if he comes out and he have a power suit, I promise you, I'll be the first one to say, man, prison did good for him. Like his whole life got changed around. But right there, it looked like he's having a good time in prison. It looked like he might think about going back again. Go right ahead, I can.
And I'm gonna agree with you on that. I don't want anybody to be promoting a good image of prison. Prison is not fun. Him walking around that chain, that typically does not happen. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Unless you like a big dog. You know what I mean? And he's a rapper. So another thing is too, man. I'm always say this, but he's always been a great father. I always said this about him. I love the way he raised his kids, but I hate he made this decision to put him there. I can't wait to see him and go back to his kids and be the father that he's supposed to be. Other than that, this imagery of a black man in prison and he's having a good time. It's like a basketball cookout. No, it's a 23 by cell.
Yeah.
6 foot by cell where it's just enough for you to come and get up one day and stretch. You came in and shit, and that's it. Ain't nothing fun about that.
Absolutely. And what made me mortified about jail that when you have your toilet in there, but it don't flush like every 12 hours. So somebody take a crap in there, it's gonna smell. That ain't for me. I'm sorry, I can't do that. No. So yeah, going back to Blueface, yo. That imagery. It's jail is people. Prison is not like that. Prison is not like that. If that's the case, we don't see people say, "Oh, I want to go to prison." They doing all that. Come on now. Majority of people know prison is not like that. Period. But I am hoping that Blueface will finally learn something about this and go back home to his kids, and also Krishan Rock, because Krishan Rock, he did say, "I'll be waiting for him when he comes out." So Krishan Rock's waiting for him, the family's waiting for him, and everything.
Of course.
And then usually, when rappers come out, they usually have a banger come out too. So you might see from Blueface, maybe he'll connect with somebody, he'll have a banger once he come out of jail. So Blueface, I hope you learned something, and we'll see you out soon.
And remember, and Wack is still his manager, correct? So I know Wack gonna make sure he's still on the right track. Yeah. Hopefully. But but go ahead, I can read why High's coming.
Well, hey, this is crazy. He said, Ronnie, only women can change the image of men because we do anything for the box. And women love hood niggas. That is a fact.
They did. Because, hey, why if you go and check the comment, women like how good looking he looks. Oh, yeah. The prison doing him well.
Hood. Oh, my God. He said he looked clean.
Hey, he looked clean. And that's the bad imagery Jordan Hakeem they all portray. And then a lot of guys, remember, young kids are going to social media and they seeing that. They're like, okay. Now you see like all these young guys, all these young rappers, like I said, we were talking about earlier today, getting charged with capital murder. That is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah,
16, 15 years old.
Yeah. Life gone.
Gone.
Life gone. Hey, you might as well go to the other side of the fence and make him your husband.
Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to Elor. This is big. Elora Mason is literally the publicist for Rick Ross. Is in the building on Instagram. Whoa. Shout out to Elora Mason. She is. I promise you, she is the publicist for Rick Ross. I
We
swear
love
to you.
you, Queen.
And shout out to you, Laura Mason. I've been trying to interview her for a long time, but she was in the
Make that
building.
easy.
Yeah, yeah. Elora Macy was
Feels
in the
good.
building.
That
Shout out
feels
to
right.
her. Well, that dude, I feel really, really good. It feel really, really good. Shout out to you, Elora Mason. Hopefully you see this. Oh, let's do some work. Go ahead, Jordan. Moving along.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. Let's talk about Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. So him and DDG are going at it on stream. One of the reasons is DDG was talking about Myron, and it kind of cuts back of calling his Myron's girl mid, and Myron he takes that SCP, put it into content, and he will go try to go viral with it and go 100% on the person he's going through. So go ahead, Hakeem.
Like, you gotta at least have a bad. My boom. Okay, now he's trying to call Angie mid. Interesting. The way you disrespect women, you gotta at least have a bad. I wouldn't touch your hoe. I'm gonna be honest with you. At minimum, gotta have a. Really? What the fuck is this? You talking shit about Angie? What the fuck is this creature on my screen right now, bro? You gotta have a bad bitch. Nigga, you put a baby in this. The fuck are you talking about?
Funny.
Damn. I wasn't.
This guy really trying to sit here and say Angie's mid, and watch, he's gonna change the story here in a second. Nigga, this is your girl. You actually impregnated this creature. The fuck out of here, DDG, Doodoo G. You dumbass, dumb gnome, 5 foot 650 pounds. You and your bitch are the same height, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about? Your girl mid. What is this? Bro, there's miles in between her fucking eyes, man.
Well, no, I don't support that.
The way you disrespect women. Nigga has the nerve to say my girl's mid dating that creature. Bad, bro. Yo, whole she look like Sid from Ice Age, man. Fuck out of here. 4 on a fine Saturday. Okay, if she's a 4, then your girl's a 1. Because Angie's at least 4 times hotter than her, nigga. Nigga has the nerve to say my girl's mid dating that creature. Bad, bro. Yo, whole she look like Sid from Ice Age, man. Fuck out.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it, but we see a lot of some of these streamers are, when they see they could go at each other, they would definitely go at each other 100%. And because people like to drama and people like the beefs, but this right here, this went way too far for what they were trying to go to, and it's getting pretty bad. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
I think Myron Gaines have a point, and I hope people for the realize I did research about this one. Myron Gaines was saying something about him, and then he went after his girl. So Myron Gaines was pretty much retaliating. You go after my girl, I'm gonna go after yours. So I think it was tip for tat. So Myron Gaines not wrong in what you say. He was just doing that as a retaliation because he went after his girl. DBG didn't like it, so them two have been going at it ever since. Because Myron Gaines been calling DBG a sim on how he handled the situation when it comes to Hailey and also other women, and that's when the whole situation transpired. But Myron Gaines ain't wrong, Hakeem. You come after my girl, I'm gonna do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hakeem.
I'm gonna agree with you on this one, and I'm even ashamed to say I'm gonna have to agree with Myron on this one. Myron did not talk about his girl first. Whatever Myron does on this podcast is his podcast, but when he's calling his girl, I don't like people talking about other people's families, friends, kids, calling their girls mids, because you open that door for you to be disrespected. So I don't support that, because them women have nothing to do with it. Angie and Hailey, they mind their business. They getting their money. They're not on the internet like that. So these are emotional men getting into like I'm gonna say. I'm gonna agree with Myron. Myron clapped back, and he has a right to clap back. And when you talk about people, family, and wives and women, you're liable to get disrespected.
Facts.
And the thing is about it, when it comes to these streamers, you have to be careful of, who you like about, who you put on, who you date. Like with DJ, he dated Holly. And the thing is about it, when you try to text somebody, ex-girlfriend, whatever like that, and they see that that person is going off against your girlfriend, and it goes viral like that, that's going to hurt that person. You're hurting your girlfriends or your ex-girlfriends emotionally because they seen something is going viral of somebody talking about them and everything. That's very, very hurtful. So Yeah, I didn't like Nina Dogs go both about who girls better, this and that and everything at the end of the day, you're gonna hurt somebody that's in your family, your friends, your girlfriend, whatever, and that could do something emotionally damaged right here. So, streamers, please be careful. Just go at each other. Do not go at other person's families because I see a lot of these streamers go on these live streams 6, 7, 8 hours and everything. There are some of these fans, they see family member, they'll go easily look it up about pictures and everything. And then they'll put comments, oh, you this and you that and this and that and everything. And they will continue to do that just to gaze off that person and just to have some type of fun of doing that. So streamers, please be careful because you're hurt because that person that you talk about as in your family, friends, or girlfriends, anything like that, you're going to hurt them real bad, especially mine.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Freestyle Friday. Last topic on today's show. Go right ahead, Jordan.
All right, let's get to it. Let's talk about this. This kind of viral yesterday. So a woman was accused of deleting her dog in Orlando airport. She found out, she had the right paperwork to take the dog. So instead of her, taking it back home or leaving it out, she went in the bathroom and deleted the dog. Sad
Damn.
story. Go ahead, I can't play the clip.
Damn. And it's not funny, but good God.
Yeah, man, that's out. Yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy.
Well, that's crazy. People are crazy. I'm telling you, people nowadays they're losing their minds.
Discovery in an airport bathroom. One woman accused of killing her own dog moments before boarding her flight.
We begin with the disturbing details of that dog's death inside a woman's bathroom at the Orlando International Airport. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlisa Goldsmith.
Good evening. I'm Luann Sorrell. Investigators say this woman killed her own dog moments before getting on a plane. Fox 35's Kelsey Cairns is live at the airport tonight. So, Kelsey, officers just arrested that woman.
Yes, good evening, Luann and Marlisa. Yeah, my source within the Orlando Police Department confirming to me that woman is accused of actually drowning her dog right inside a public bathroom here at the airport. And the people that we spoke with tonight about this story were equally as disgusted with this story.
Allison Agatha Lawrence is facing charges after investigators say she killed her own dog.
Does that shock you?
Absolutely. Yes, it does. I mean, I love dogs, so I don't know. I don't have any words.
Investigators say it happened at Orlando International Airport back on December 16th, the same day that Lawrence was celebrating her 55th birthday.
I do have a dog. I have a golden retriever at home. Hard to believe somebody can do something like that to a dog.
Orlando police say an airport employee made that gruesome discovery. 3 months later, Lawrence was arrested in Claremont by Lake County deputies. She's facing an aggravated animal abuse charge, which is a third-degree felony. In a statement, the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority said in part, the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority fully cooperates with all law enforcement officials regarding possible criminal activity on airport property. GOAA goes on to say, we recommend that passengers with pets visit the TSA website to learn how to travel with small pets through the airport.
And as of right now, Lawrence has bonded out on $5,000 out of the Lake County Jail. Reporting live tonight in Orlando, I'm Kelsey Cairns, Fox 35 News.
And the crazy thing is, I knew it was going to be in Florida. Because something crazy like that would happen in Florida.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to be in Florida.
She's not from Florida. We want to get that.
I know she's not from Florida, but it's Orlando, Florida. That was it. In my mind, I was like, it got to be in Florida.
Wait, Ronnie, man, what's your take?
Wow. Wow. Is it that we live in a world like that to the point that people are literally harming their dogs because it's not allowed to travel, pretty much not allowed to go through to the TSA because you don't have the right paperwork. You say, I'm gonna eliminate the dog. She could have literally put the dog in a shelter until she got back. And then if she was living in Florida, leave the dog in the shelter, then take care of the dog, and then when you get back, just get the dog back. That's all she had to do. But eliminate the dog, especially in the bathroom. To me, nobody didn't notice the screaming of the dog. Like in my mind, like how do you orchestrate that? Because
The
you
thing
got
is,
people walking in, especially a busy airport like that. Go ahead, Jordan.
if it's a small dog, there's ways that you can take your dog and it won't make a peep.
Wow.
Like you can crack, twist their neck, and then
I find that disgusting for somebody who is a dog owner. I'm a dog owner. I have a dog now. I have a Shih Tzu. There's a lot of people in these comments who are dog owners.
Yeah, Genesis has a dog. Shout out to Genesis have a dog.
You know,
Why High has a dog.
Have dog. Know your worth. A lot of these people, we are dog owners. So this is a disgusting thing. Harming animals is the last thing you should ever do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Go ahead, Jordan. Your commentary. Jordan have a dog.
This is my dog right here. I love her very much. This is Lady, y'all. This is Lady.
Yeah, that's Lady. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I'm a dog owner, but yeah, man, I've been in that situation before. When I was moving to Miami to LA, and I had my bird sunshine at the time, and at the time, we didn't know we had to have paperwork. We was right at the airport, and I was like, I had to think about something like, I have that if I had to go take it to the vet and get the paperwork, and then probably get another flight. But good thing, Delta, that's why I love flight Delta. They say, you know what, don't worry about it. It's a one way, you don't have to have paperwork this time, and that's where it had paper time. So paper, for your papers for your bird and everything. So that went well. But yeah, being in such a way, so I don't understand. But just to go in the bathroom, just delete the dog and say, and oh shoot, man, and get what you need to get to, man. That's for a lot of the dog lovers, that's evil. That's evil.
That is evil.
Yeah, man, that's evil, man. That hurts my heart, man. Just to see that, because a lot of these people that dog love, they like family. Some dogs, big dogs that live to 10 to 12 years. Small dogs, they live to almost 20 years.
Yep.
My dog, he's 13. And he's living a long life. But yeah, man, I was letting you just left the dog out somewhere.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, in the shelter. Something
shelter, or left it in the airports, because eventually somebody go take the dog and send it to the shelter or a doctor or something. So yeah, man, this really hurts this hurts my heart, man. And I like dogs, and I hope that girl do some time. I hope.
Oh no, she's gonna do it. It's in the state of Florida. They don't play right. She can do up to 10 years.
Yeah. Do 10
Cause you're in the state of Florida.
Yeah, man, because I don't like hearing that. I really don't.
If convicted, she can do up to 10 years. Florida do not play when it comes to animal cruelty. They do not play with that, because they know they got programs. They got shelters. They got all these things. Florida just don't play. I always tell people, you do animal cruelty in Florida, and they find out, you're doing about good 10 years.
Yeah.
In prison. Like a White High said, it's true. Dog lives matter. It do.
Dog lives matter.
And Genesis,
dogs sleep with me and my wife.
Why is it my beneficiary and my dependent? Since she don't play.
I was gonna tell you. You didn't hear about that man in Miami? It was a guy in Miami. When he passed away, he left his dog like, I think, over $150 million. And he put in a will, no one harms the dog, to try to get the money. So, and the dog's still alive. The richest dog in Florida. No, but it is like family. It is literally like family. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Shout out to Genesis. I am. That's in the building, guys. Make sure you go and subscribe to her channel, Genesis After Dark. And also, Genesis, I'm not sure, are you still co-hosting with Drip? I haven't seen you there for a while. So, yeah. You're still co-hosting with Drip? Let us know, and I want to make sure, because I want to make sure I'll drop your name as well. And I do have a shout out to White High, who also is in the building. Thank you so much, White High, for being here. We really do greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Elora Mason that was watching us on Instagram. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. And like I said, well, I already shown you her information. Jordan, y'all can see it yourself. That I ain't making it up. You can see it. So shout out to her for being in the building. That was a huge shocker on that one. And now that shout out to Country King. That was also in the building. Thank you so much, Big Dog, for being here. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Kareem Stevie. Thank you so much, Kareem Stevie, for always coming through, showing us love and support. Shout out to Abby Wody, that was also in the building. Shout out to the lovely Sugar Bump, that was also in the building. Shout out to the lovely Mimi co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, was also in the building. Guys, also remember, right after us, don't go anywhere. It's going to lead you guys right over to the Shiesty Avenger. They will be going live right after us. They're going to be talking about Just Hilarious, a lot of other topics. So guys, go over there, social love, social support, and tell them KI Culture Radio send you right over there. Shout out to those watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do greatly appreciate it. And out of that, shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryan. She commented. For some reason, it didn't show up. But shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryan. She was always in the bed. She commented on my side. And I want to make sure I give her a special shout out because she was here yesterday as well. I didn't see it. For some reason, it doesn't show up. But shout out to her. We really do greatly appreciate Bobby Bryan, Sherry Bryan, Gorilla, Sky. All you guys are always support. And also shout out to Stanley as well. Over there, holding us down over there, always sharing our content on Facebook. Shout out to him. We're gonna be interviewing very strong soon. Hakeem and Jordan. He's a Atlanta rapper. I grew up with him in childhood. He's right now he's touring. When he comes back, he said we down for an interview. And not only that, we also have other interviews that we're working on too in the bag. So guys, stay tuned to that. So make sure you have your notification on. Very important. Go to KL Culture Radio in the description where you can find the KL Culture Radio store, where you got the KL Culture Radio hat, the T-shirt, the coffee mug, the sweater, you name it. Hakeem's working on the jackets and he's working on other things. So guys, be able to look out for that. It takes a while. People don't understand.
Listen,
making gear not just one shot. But it takes a while.
Everything is accelerating since I got a open schedule now. We about to get it in.
Yeah.
Hey, Zan, thought about it personally. I wish I want to, but my voice ain't deep enough for that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? Your voice gotta be deep enough to impersonate. No, but on one of the songs, you sound like Biggie to me.
Yeah.
The one about the robbery. I tell you that you sound like Biggie to me. And now that Hakeem, I'm coming to see you this week to pick up my album. First hand, he's gonna hand deliver me, put it in my hand. Look, it's right there. Guys, I'm going to pick it up. And not only that, guys, if you want to go ahead and cop the album, make sure you go. Remember, it's on. Hakeem already created a thumbnail. Go to the community tab. In the community tab, where you can find it, scan it, and it'll lead you right to the album.
Right to the album.
And not only that, but also Prince Hakeem book Black Love as well. Go ahead, Hakeem.
And the new book dropping this month or next month. It's done.
It's done. Yeah, it's done. Yeah. I'm gonna copy a copy so you guys will see it firsthand. I got all your books, even the one you took down. I still have it. It's wrapped up.
That's a classic one.
That's a classic. I still have a copy. So guys, we're doing big things on KL Culture Radio. So guys, stay tuned. Make sure you have your notification on. Like always, thank you guys so much for tuning in to KL Culture Radio on this Freestyle Friday.